Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're continuing the coverage of the World Championship on this channel. Let's check out what we have in this upcoming match. Everyone's hyped on PSG, but I am honestly more hyped about Rogue. I think PSG, they're reuniting with the original roster. Vander is waving at his family that is in the crowd. There's no crowd. Vander and Rogue, I think they're coming into this as, I gained a lot of hope when I watched Rogue play against G2, and I think they were on the right path of improvement. Very intelligent approach to the game, and I think they expanded beyond what we're used to seeing from Rogue. PSG now reunited. I think everyone was drinking the play-in juice and got very, very high off of it. I think bottom line, I think we're only two really good teams in play-ins, and that's Unicorns of Love and Team Liquid. I think everyone else was definitely at a level below that, but of course PSG was a level above everyone else, and then LGD, a sleeping dragon that can definitely do better. That is the Western Italy ban. We're not surprised. Yeah, just the Western teams know Italy. Is that what we're going to assume for the rest of the tournament? Maybe that happens. Who knows? I think DRX, the last game, had legit like Exodia draft, and that's something that we should expect more in this tournament. Nidalee, Ornn, Pantheon, set mid. Surprising how poorly Chovy played. Like, everyone's hyped on Chovy and Knight, but I think they kind of took a back seat in these last two games that we just saw. Very easy matchups for them, so Chovy and Knight didn't need to show up, but all in all, this might be a Camille. This might be a Camille for Finn, but with Ornn out. Lucian, okay, that's fine too. Evelyn is open. Enemy probably won't pick Evelyn when Lucian is open. Ornn ban specifically tailored against Finn. It's funny how Finn's problems are cross-continent, but Finn can still go for maybe a GP, a Scion. We're very curious about the approach that Rogue is going to take through the issue that was Finn throughout the playoffs. Maybe in the bootcamp he improved so much. Who knows? But I didn't hear any rumblings. He had no problem at all when Graves is open. It's almost like blue side gets to dictate the jungle matchup kind of how they please. But this position is not that terrible for them, right? You pick Graves, enemy is gonna pick Evelyn. They have Evelyn Lucian. You're gonna go like Graves Orianna, and there is definitely a room for some counterplay because most of the time you're going to have a stronger top side. But this Renekton pick is very strange. It's a disaster. We don't like this at all. We don't like this at all on this channel. Why don't we like it? Because it is a Graves together with a Renekton. Double AD. It's not that fancy. And I think they're just going to pick Evelyn. And then into Renekton. Let's think of some... Like, Ornn ban makes this Renekton a little bit stronger. But... I don't know, you can pick Camille, but Finn Camille. In some cases I would be happy about a Camille, but anything that can buy armor is quite nice here. Volibear could be good, because you can just go full tank. Like Volibear, there's some positions where it's good to pick Volibear, and I think this is one of them. You just want something that can buy full armor, and I honestly would like Volibear here. Wow, Kalista pick. Ashe is open, picking Kalista against Unified and Kaiwing. They are Kalista trash specialists themselves, so they definitely know how to counter this. Very surprising that the Kalista is the one to get locked in, but keep in mind, this can be a Kalista top. I don't know what kind of transformation Finn has gone through if he's ready to play a Kalista top, but let's not rule out this option completely. Kalista Finn top would be fucking hilarious. Here, yeah, honestly, you can just pick Malphite, right? I forgot about Malphite. You can go Malphite third here. Enemy Graves, Renekton, Senna. This is a fantastic Malphite spot. Here, definitely just ban AD carries. Oh, never mind, Senna is picked already. What am I saying? Don't ban AD carries. I lied. Ban supports. Ban supports. Yes. Or mid laners if you so please. Orianna ban is cool. Syndra ban. That's alright too. Maybe Larsen feels comfortable in the Lucian Orianna matchup, but I think Orianna is strong enough to justify a ban. So forgive me for saying that the AD carry should be banned. I'm being silly. Malphite. Are they banning Malphite? GP Malphite? Wow, Malphite is open. Finn, can you play Malphite? This is Malphite. Malphite, 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 Malphite. You know, it really mindfucks me. There was this some person commented that when I say Malphite, it sounds like I'm talking like about a fight that is happening inside of a mall. And whenever I say Malphite or see Malphite, this is what I'm thinking of now. So thank you for that. Not sure why you would not ban Orianna here. Because you kind of funneled them into it and you kind of wasted your 4-5. I kind of feel like they would have picked Orianna regardless. That's the Lucian top maybe. But I don't like that too much. I don't know why everyone's hovering Akali. Like everyone's hovering Akali on Rogue. I don't know why. Trying to bait some bans. But Lucian should be going mid here. And I think you pick Malphite. 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 There we go. There we go, baby. How can this Malphite rock solid fall into any traps? You know what's funny is because as I'm chanting Malphite, I know I will dominate is chanting Malphite. I know LS is chanting Malphite. We're all chanting Malphite together. Malphite, Malphite, Malphite. Good times. A bit worried about this bot lane matchup, but Hansama and Vander, very good players. Very good players. Rogue just play heavy 2v2 mid into other sides of the map. This is where, you know, PSG need to also strike. They need to contest the 2v2 mid, because if they take control over that and Evelyn gets ahead, the setup on the side lanes is super huge. Keep in mind, don't get it twisted, because Armut took a big dump on Orome with Malphite into Renekton. Renekton wins this matchup. He should be 20-30 CS ahead naturally, and then Malphite has a massive monster ultimate to compensate. This is not like Malphite counters Renekton should win against Renekton. So really don't get it twisted. A lot of hair colorings here on blue side. Seems like the meta coming into Worlds, just color your hair. Oh, what's happening? Holy, that was weird. But okay, we take it. We take it. This is not a common situation. Easy draft win. Easy draft win. Let's go, Finn. Show us the Malphite way. Now, this is a good approach, you know? Rogue recognize that their boy in the top lane is not having his time in lane phase. Okay, throw him some tanks up there. Don't put him in a position where he has to win, and simplify the game for him. This is what Mad Lions need to do. Or needed to do. Mad Lions is, yeah. Oh, forgive me, I'm using my LCK hat, and it's not an LCK game, so forgive me. It's time to change hats. We're wearing the EU hat. This is the EU hat. Let's get into game. Let's get into game. We want to see some 2v2 action. Scaling heavily in blue side's favor. Oh, these cups look really cool. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm getting older when I begin to enjoy cool cups. Let's see if I'm live. We're live. Like, I'm not live, but the stream is at a futuristic point, you know. Let me just double check my uploads. I don't want to automatically upload, because if I do it, YouTube just hijacks the video and puts as many ads as humanly possible. And I don't want any ads in the middle of the video. I think it's just too much. And not a lot of people know what ad block is. well, U origin is what you need to use. U block origin is just better than ad block, because ad block actually sells you information and kind of screws you over. But it's funny how all these ad companies, they find ways to battle the ad blockers. It's kind of like a game of, you know, scripters in RuneScape or whatever. You know, it's always like a game of cat and mouse. And then you block origin's gonna get fixed and updated, and then they have to fix the ads again. Because I was getting ads on Twitch for some damn reason, and I have Prime. Like, I have Prime and I'm getting ads. You kidding me, man? You kidding me? That is fucked up. Very fucked up. Alright. Game is live. Let's recenter our focus. Halo Blades Kalista, standard stuff. Senna, I think bot lane matchup wise, Senna Nautilus should have a slight edge. I think Kalista, picking Kalista this early is a bit outdated, but maybe the idea was to steal it away from Unified and Kaiwing. But Unified and Kaiwing did play together a couple of games in the play-ins, and they didn't have any prior on it then. I think there's the current AD carries like Ashe and Senna are pretty decent into Ezreal due to the nature of her short range. And slows just being very strong against her, Glacial Augment or Ashe autos and so forth. Oh, I like this idea here, if Rogue just go for this level 1 gank. Very nice. I love this, Rogue. Very beautiful. Boom. Very nice. That is, honestly, that is nasty. I like this, Rogue. You probably should have saved this for like a DRX or some shit, but now, sorry, JDG Damo, not DRX. I confused the groups. But now, this fear will linger. JDG and Damo are looking at this and they're like, holy shit, we need to pay attention to this. And now, it's a mindfuck. Imagine now Rogue, the next game, they gank from topside. They just start level 1, they just start on top push instead. And then, you know, Showmaker's hovering into top side, or they're like, they're gonna waste 2 wards. This is some prime time psychology. You know, Rogue is going into this with vigor. So the difference between this Evelyn and the last game's Evelyn was Anasik was very mindful of a potential level 3 invade, and in hindsight that pathing did good. This is the full clear pathing you see most of the time with Evelyn's, and Rogue didn't. I mean, Graves didn't go for any invade. Keep in mind also that Rogue have a complete line of wards to protect Evelyn from any potential action that Graves wants to cause. But so far so good for the Evelyn. If she gets to 6, that's when she becomes super active. Finn is gonna catch a wave. He's not in dive range, has stayed healthy. Good stuff, good stuff. Here Renekton probably should just look to base because he's not going to crack the mall fight, but the mistake that Hanabi did, if he wanted to base, was he needed to push the cannon minion, cannon wave a bit harder. Just here, in a lot of cases where the enemy doesn't go for any CS, and he's sacrificing CS to stay healthy, oh, it's just going for round 2, straight up, man. Oh my goodness, is Rogue the best team in the fucking world or what, man? Let's go next, man, go next. Jesus, that is nasty, man. Nasty. Holy shit, Rogue is in this group to do some damage. This is the type of shit that is going to beat the DRX. Because DRX last game didn't look, you know, super crisp. Like, they had some insane lane phases. Pioshik had an insane jungle path that really punished Ananasik. But Chovy was a bit of a ghost. Like, he didn't do anything that game. And it's looking juicy. Finn is keeping the lane in a good position. I was talking about Hanabi and the top lane. So basically, if Malphite doesn't go for CS and sacrificing CS to stay healthy to make sure he doesn't get dove, those are the positions that you kind of just want to look for a base, because the enemy has Adorn Shield and potions, and you're not going to enjoy your CS advantage too much, and you can go for a cull there in that position, because, you know, now him staying in the lane, he's never going to outpressure Finn, of course. He's sitting on 2 biscuits. And eventually, you know, Finn maybe he used a bit too much mana on CSing, because that's what it looks like. I don't understand why he would otherwise use that much mana. Inspired also super happy. Kalista and Rakan finding Prio on bot, getting the gank. And then Kalista and Rakan somehow, even in that position after Rakan burned flash and being so late in the bottom side, found a situation where they have prio into the Sen Nautilus. I think that Senna and Nautilus can't let this happen. And then Kalista and Rakan just went for the gank on mid, boom base, Berserker Greaves advantage in bottom into a pickaxe, so that's definitely an advantage. And now Rogue is looking quite fucking good, man. That is some good stuff, man. Good play. They use prio to gain something on the map, and any activity that is successful that doesn't involve Evelyn at this stage in the game makes Evelyn super happy. No Bami Cinder purchase, he went for the Glacial Shroud on top. We short his mana, but this is like the avenue of opportunity. Renekton has a pretty decent advantage into Finn, and this is going to be the thing that we need to pay attention to the most in this tournament. I don't know what Zoom is going to do to Finn, I don't know what Nuguri is going to do to Finn, but I hope he's prepared. But if Rogue is going to throw these type of curveballs, then you know they have decent chances. Oh, it's a good predict here on Kaiwing. This is a winning all-in for PSG. Rogue are getting a bit too greedy. Rogue's bot lane, like this matchup is winning for PSG, like it just is. Very nice Nautilus Q there, honestly. Predicted the Kalista jump and there was no minions to block it. And now Hanabi is slow pushing the wave, they're looking for topside crab. PSG should be able to get the Herald first. Orianna's in a very tough position, can we really fucking blame her? The reason why these kills are so significant is because the Evelyn Lucian 2v2 mid is so powerful now. Inspired now running into this boy. Lucian has the culling, but the item advantage is not big, like Lucian just wants to base. Inspired got the crab, that means he's level 6, the level 6 is going to be very impactful here. Larson went all the way around, very good coordination here, ooh. Very good coordination here that Inspired could call that I have the crab, no problem. He one-shots it with Evelyn, it's very quick, uses the smite, gets the 6 and they force the fight on top side, and this is going to be very meaningful for Malphite because this forces a base out of Renekton. I don't know if he had to, but the wave is still pushing towards him, so why not? I don't know if Malphite is freezing. Because what's Malphite doing right now? He just went to eat the fruit, I imagine. He ate the honey fruit. So his HP go up. Not sure if wave top is frozen. If wave is top is frozen, then it's rough for Hanabi. Arslan going for the second blue. Honestly, just give it to fucking Evelyn, man. No problem. C-rated Dirk on Lucian. Awesome dank technology. Wonder what the purpose of this is. Is he going for Sanguine Blade? Or is he just going for Yumus? This is some dank technology. Obviously, early, this armor penetration is going to be very juicy, but most of the alterations of Lucian we've seen is either Blade or Manamune. Maybe he's just going Yumus into Static Ship. I don't know what he's buying, really. Sanguine Blade feels kind of bad this game, I feel. It's not really necessary. I think Manamune could have been a decent choice, but if you want to force on 2v2 mid, sure, you can go for Blade of the Ruin King. I'm just curious, where does this build go from here? I think that's the problem with Serrated Dark. It's just Serrated Dark, right now he's powerful, but what comes next? PSG went for a full commit into topside, but this pink ward is spotting a Rogue. I don't like this full commitment into topside. I think Rogue, like the way you want to play it most of the time, or any bot lane, is just you get bottom prio, hover into mid, start Herald at that timer, and then go into completely bot side. Because look at all these minions bot, like they're slow pushing towards PSG, and I am honestly a sad cat. Wander not 6, Nautilus not 6, those are the levels we need to pay attention to. Item disparity, jungle has AP jungle items, so that's a big deal. I think in terms of one-shot prowess, I think Rogue are much better off because they have the Malphite ult. Inspired, wild man, you have ultimate. Boom, he's out. Okay. You could see there that the flash on the dash of Evelyn just kind of made Evelyn follow along, similar to what you see from a Warwick. Interesting that interaction works that way, because he was definitely out of the range when the flash landed, but maybe because the flash happened a bit too late, Evelyn just kind of followed along because it's a dash. But I thought it would just be like dodge, you know, if I flash it. So it's interesting interaction. Malphite is going to be the MVP here. Boom! Renekton nowhere to be found. Nautilus ult is no on. And that should be game, honestly. That should be just fucking game, straight up. The teamfight composition here from Rogue is just nasty. Like, Kalista was 6, Malphite ult landed, Finn delivered on what he needed to deliver on, and regardless of what his state of CS is, no one fucking gives a damn when you're playing Malphite. And this is what Mad Lions needed to learn. This should put the game in the coffin. Now we're just going to stick around to see what Lucian is going to do with this Serrated Dark. Where is he going? Alright, Lucian is basing. Let's see the Dark technology. Are you just finishing Yumu's? Oh, you're going for Essence Reaver. Okay, you Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa build. So you just get Serrated Dark for the lane. But I don't know if it's worth it to delay itemization just for that. Because you can also go for a Warhammer or a pickaxe. But yeah, like the gain is on Serrated Dirk you are stronger, but it's going to delay your core items. Okay, Hansama. You're good. Renekton cooldowns are very long, and you have Berserker Greaves into of course regular shoes. Graves is a very sad cat. Evelyn has just farmed her way to victory. Evelyn did interacted with one champion once, and that was Orianna, and he had to just ult out, and you know, he chunked her, which is good. Tank. Imagine the first game you play on stage after the whole conversation has been your sub and whatever. Then the first game on stage, you get level 1 ganked, you get level 3 dove, and then you get Malphite ulted. Story of your life in a matchup that is pretty tricky. Still no AD jungle item on River, and I was very surprised that anyone honestly predicted PSG to win this, because I was not so impressed by their group stage. I mean, they're playing stage play, and of course it matters that they have different players now, and that has some degree of, you know, impact, but not big enough to justify a win over Rogue. Even though I think a lot of the things that Rogue showcased here, which is good prep, and that's so good for best of ones, very good for best of ones. Like the moves that Rogue did in this game are things that they can pull off against other teams, but it's hard for me to imagine that a Kalista blind pick like this is not going to get hard punished by the likes of Loken and Lumao. So this is something we have to pay attention to as this group progresses. Unified is going to be unified with Death in just a moment. Boom. Kept Malphite ultimate for a rainy day. Evelyn picks that one up. Evelyn loves to play with tanks super much, because she can just come down to the lane regardless of what state they're in, and then they have crazy setup ultimates and you're going to be always good. That's a TP. Finn still has ultimate. Just time it together with the terrible Hanabi too. I thought you just ult when Nautilus ult is about to land, and then you can get out of it, you know? If you do it on the same frame. But okay, he got out. No harm done. Man's a tank, and Renekton with a Phage and a Kindle Gem is not going to do any damage. We're going to have Black Cleaver purchases for Graves and Renekton, which in this case, like, yeah, okay. But the problem is you're playing against a Malphite and you have Graves, Renekton, and Senna on your team. They are not good at killing tonks, and Malphite is very good at buying armor. This is just the Mad Lion supermassive game all over again, where Armut went Malphite on 4-5 and on blue, and that was game. So we like to do this thing on this channel where we take a pause and take a look at the state of the game, and the tricky thing is here, little to no options. PSG's draft is worse, so there's no hope. Hiding in the 2v2s or the 3v3s or the 1v1s, nothing at all. Especially when they're behind, they're getting outscaled, their matchups are also weaker. You have Blade into Manami on top, Rakan and Kalista are very strong at 6, so they're going to win that matchup now. Oriana is not even on Luden's Echo. She's been like completely fucked this game. Very little to do. It's a very creepy song. Now we're just gonna move on. Fucking fiddlesticks. There we go. Oof. How do you avoid that, man? Kalista, Rakan, Evelyn. Like, the engaged distance is crazy that you cover. At 6, it's very hard. Early, this should be punished because Kalista, Rakan scale so goddamn well. And Rogue kept it simple. They kept it very simple, straight to the point, strong 2v2 mid with the Lucian pick. Just picked champions that supply this. Like, imagine if Mad Lions were the ones that drafted this. It would have been cool, you know, would have been cool. Like, sure, Shadow's Evelyn was not that good, but neither was anything else. So who fucking cares, right? Who fucking cares? Like, people, like I know after the first day, people were like, oh, just don't pick Shadow Evelyn. But the issue was more like, yo, it's just Shadow's having a hard time. I should probably stop bringing up Mad Lions. I think they are already, you know, having a hard enough time. I think the reason I'm bringing this up is just to make the contrast of Rogue recognizing the position they're in, very good prep. Props to the team to come out banging on the first day. Very nice. Oh, the Rengar song was so short. Desperation here from River. In the river. Tank has tanked a lot of ganks. There's nothing fun to do with Kaiwing. Reggaeton is in the bot lane. Yeah, at this point, I'm just saying nothing, man. This game is in the grave. Next game is going to be JGG versus Down1, so we're just pacing ourselves for that one. I might just kick back, relax, and tell me about your day, guys. Tell me about your day. Tell me about your day. I'm here to listen to you. I'm going to turn off the music so I can listen to you clearly. All right. Let's hear it. Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds wonderful. If anyone can do it, that's going to be you. You can do it. Regardless of the hardships that you're going through right now, everything will be fine. I truly believe so. Things have a way of working themselves out. And if they don't, you know, that's the beauty of life, the imperfection of it, and the unpredictability. Now, this is PSG's probably best chance. Lucian is TPing and Evelyn is in the wrong position. Rakan is caught, but the man has a Kalista ultimate, no problem. There we go, the wombo combo! The W could have been placed better from the Rakan, but it doesn't matter. He's just sparing him because he wanted to make the enemy support just look at his team dying in front of him. That was just his goal there. He was like, I'm not going to W the Nautilus too because blood, I'm going to make you see your enemies get devoured. No perfect game here because PSG have a Mountain Drake, but this is as close to a perfect game that we might see all tournament long. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. There's some mismatches in some groups. But some of those we saw already today. DRX versus Unicorns of Love and FlyQuest versus Top Esports. Here you go. They commit all the way on Rakan, but me saying that Kaiwing and Unified are so used to here I meant that the W could be placed better. He could have gotten all three. It's funny how Oriana's ult just kind of fizzles out into a void there. Gonna put the music back on. Therapy time is over. Yeah, I steal a lot of shit from other YouTubers. Like therapy time, something that Davey504 does. If you sneeze during this video, bless you and bless your face. It's from Tobuscus. I don't mind. I don't mind admitting that, because these are YouTubers that have brought a lot of joy into my life, and I've taken some inspiration from them. I hope they find that flattering and not annoying, because I'm in no shape or form am I trying to claim it as my own. I'm a small-time YouTuber. 50k subs. Maybe not so small-time anymore. If you're interested, you can check out the Reddit YamatoCannon, and you can put videos in You Laugh, You Lose, or you can put videos in the AMA. I mean, not videos in the AMA, just questions in the AMA, and that can be, you know, good. That can be good. The reason I'm not talking too much about the game is, you know, the road to victory is pretty straightforward for Rogue. They're going to start pressuring an Asher, and it's going to be very difficult for PSG to face check at all. They're just so far behind on the curve. Lucian now finishing Infinity Edge, doesn't have any attack speed in his build, but his culling does a lot of damage. A lot of damage, and whoever is going to take those bullets is going to most likely die. Lucian has no TP. Rogue just needs to start pressuring the top side quadrant, the red side buff of, well, the red, and all will be good. Just need to push your enemy all the way out, especially when you have 2 mid towers down. The common way is to just do it all the way. The enemy has to capture the minions, or catch the minions under the turret. Then you take over this space, because the enemy is not going to sit around there, because you have information on people. That's why people always focus on Prior, right? Minions are like little wards that go into the enemy to die for you. And people are like, oh, I need to get Prio. But there's additional steps to it, because in a lot of cases people are getting Prio when it's not necessary. It's like Drake is up and like, well, we need mid Prio. And sometimes mid Prio just doesn't do anything if you're already controlling the space that is important coming into the next phase of the game. And this is usually the case after 20 minutes, 25 minutes, when like key Drakes are spawning and Nashor is on. Sometimes giving mid Prio to maintain your space. It's only 6 minions. It's just a better way to do it. But I think PSG are getting way too much access. This ward is too good, and this is not clean at all from Rogue. This is a Rakan ultimate. Vander might die, but Kalista ult is on. Blue turret is destroyed. Renekton is not TPing yet. A lot of spears, so the smite will be very, very easy here for Rogue. And there we go, they get it. But this wasn't that clean as from Rogue as I would expect from them, but with the 10k gold lead, who fucking gives a fuck? Eh? I just felt like maybe they gave PSG a little chance there. Not sure why PSG didn't commit harder. I think definitely they should have. I don't know if we're going to see the serrated Dirk technology ever again. It's kind of weird. There's the TP. I don't know why I'm gonna remove the party music. One end up down. I'm just saving my voice at this point. Because that one JDG is going to be the hypiest matchup of the day, in my opinion. I'm sure for most of my viewership, they're looking at TSM and Fnatic. We're in for a glorious day. This World Championship is incredibly fucking hype. Like so many fucking different matchups, so many question marks, and everyone, it feels like everyone's so engaged and passionate about their team. And that's super, super fun. Honestly, just to reiterate this game, if you guys already forgot, man, just the beauty of sorry, I got distracted by a Discord message. The beauty of their level 1 play and then the continuation with the dive, recognizing that, you know, they have those chances is super, super good. Too many times people just look at the enemy as if it's like cinema for no fucking reason when they have prio. Always, always make yourself large. Make yourself big. When you have prio and you can't poke enemy under the tower, most of the time you're poking under the tower is fucking meaningless in contrast to what you can accomplish. Because if you step into river, all of a sudden jungle is pressured, mid is pressured, so big. And in a lot of cases, players and teams won't expect a dive of this caliber, just straight up. And the decision is tough for PSG anyway. Should they hard push? Should they not push? Because they can't do either of those at that point in the game. Because it's not going to impact the decision of Rogue. So it's super, super nice dive onto mid. And after that, the game, it was all she wrote. I just think draft-wise, Rogue completely outdrafted them, completely outplayed them as well. PSG had no chance after 5 minutes. And then the Rift Herald fight that happened, both teams kind of shook their hand on giving up bottom wave. I think it's more understandable from Rogue's side because Senna hitting towers isn't like the most exciting thing. But yeah, it's something that we should pay attention to as the tournament progresses. We had the fight, and then Malphite just makes it so easy because Malphite's ultimate is so strong in forcing situations. The only hope is Nautilus ult, but if Nautilus has ult, that means Kalista and Rakan also have ult, and that makes it just so easy. Look at Evelyn's position, that's quite neat. Very, very nice. Sparge is ready to go on the flank. I think he's just sipping his coffee or something. He's just chilling. There's the Malphite ult. Finn had some struggles in lane phase, but who gives a fuck? You know, the matchup is not good for Malphite, right? So I don't even know if it's useful to say that he struggled, but then his ultimates were on fucking point. Good shit. Good fucking shit, man. Rogue have a very good look coming into this group. And I think definitely, you know, this raises the bar and the hope that I have for Rogue and the potential damage they can do to DRX and potentially Top Esports. Very exciting stuff, Rogue. I salute you. I salute you. Very good prep. Finn, not Finn, the analyst, I don't remember his name. Bloomigan and Freddy122. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. I'll catch you guys on the next game because that's going to be a motherfucking banger.